Hi, I'm Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com, and this is going to be a tutorial on Casio's PX-780. Now the 780 is a digital piano ensemble. That's a little bit different than a digital piano. I highly recommend the PX-780 for new beginning students, whether they're children or adults, because it's not only a digital piano, but it has all the features of a keyboard. You can also check out the video that we have on our web page, our digital piano page, on the comparison of the three Casio models, which is pretty informative. So we're going to get started on this right now. The one thing I will say to you about the 780, that if children struggle with learning how to play piano, you can actually change them to the chord method, which is a lot easier, and you have something to fall back on if they're struggling in piano lessons. The chord method is chords in the left hand and reading right hand notes in the right hand. So let's get started on the PX-780. Okay, so the PX-780, when you first turn it on, it's going to sound like a piano. Now, the PX-780 has a lot of different sounds in it. It actually has 250 sounds. It's got 60 built-in songs. It's got the hammer response and damper resonance simulation. It's got USB stereo audio record, which means you can just record it as an audio file and burn a CD. It's got a 17-track 5-song recorder. It's got 180 built-in rhythms. And it's got all kinds of effects and 96 performance registrations. It's got a pitch bend wheel, and it's got a nice LED here so you can see what's going on. So let's take a closer look at the 780 buttons. Okay, so the buttons here on the left, the top row are the rhythm styles, and the bottom row is for turning this into a keyboard. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the accompaniment on. Now, it's much easier to learn how to play keyboard than piano, so this is a great feature that you have something to fall back on. Once I put the accompaniment on, I've now got a split point, so there's two separate keyboards right there. So if I choose a rhythm style, I go to Latin, and Bossa Nova is on. I push sync start to start when I start and give me an automatic intro. Watch what happens. Variation. Okay, so there's your keyboard feature, and if you're just a beginner at home and you want the rest of the family to enjoy it, while it's in this automatic accompaniment mode, anybody can sit down and play with 2 fingers and sound like $1,000,000. It has a roll top. It's a nice cabinet. It's got a great sound. The sound on the 780 is very close to the PX-850, which sells for $1,099 instead of $999.99. The PX-750, the lowest Casio model, doesn't have near the amplification that these two models have. So this is great here. So we're going to go over to these buttons again and go over. These are your rhythm styles. You just heard the Bossa Nova. If you want to hit country, and you're going to hit sync start and intro. Okay, so let's go over it. Here's your power button to turn it off and on. This is your volume control right here. This is the built-in metronome. This is the song recorder, so you can play and record yourself. And of course, this button here is the rhythm button, or if you want to go to the music library that's in here with those 60 built-in songs, you would just press this button. That light would light up down there. Right here is your song recorder. Once again, these are all your rhythm styles. So there's not just this many. In each one of these buttons, the Latin button, for instance, is a whole bunch of Latins. You go into jazz and European, there's all kinds of jazz and standards, pop and rock, world, country, and various others, ballads. There's also piano styles, so it's just you and another piano player. And then there's some user rhythms in here, so you can store anything in that you want. Starting right in this section right here, this is the auto accompaniment. So this turns it into a keyboard feature, although it does have the feel of a grand piano, and it also has synthetic ivory key tops. So here's your accompaniment, your start and stop, which I don't use too much. I use my synchro, and that sync button, when I strike a note or a chord, it's going to start when I start, so you're in time with the music. The next one is a variation, and so each one of the rhythm styles has two variations. One's a little more busy than the other one. This is also a fill-in button, so it acts like a drummer's playing a fill-in, and that's a normal fill-in, and this is your intro button. So you have intro, you have ending, sync, start. That's what you're going to use there. Your accompaniment on and off. Over here you have your rhythm editor and your tempo. So if you're playing one of these rhythms that's in here, we'll go to jazz and we'll choose fast big band here, and we're going to push sync, start, intro. So I could change the rhythm right here, the tempo. Variation. Ending. Boom, there you go. A nice LED display over here, which you're going to see in just a second. Okay, so here's the right side of the LED screen, and as you can see, this says piano. But there's more than one piano in there, and we're going to let you see how that works now. So, piano 1 is a concert grand. That's what it defaults to. These two buttons here are up and down buttons, or plus and minus buttons. Press up, it's going to go to orchestral swing piano. Anything you do here within these buttons, this is going to go up and down. So here's a grand piano studio. Here's a modern piano. Press it again. Here's a grand piano classic. Grand piano bright for those big Elton John pieces. So on and so forth. So every one of these buttons in here has the plus and minus to access a lot of sounds on one button. If you go to your electric pianos, same thing. Let's go up to electric piano 2. Hit it again, 60s electric piano. Same thing with every one of these buttons. If I go to various here, it's got an acoustic bass. You can go up. You want a steel guitar. Nylon guitar. Right in here, you have what's called your registration menu. And this is so you can set presets. of your favorite sounds, so you can one-touch the sounds instead of scrolling through to find the sounds. So that's really nice. Right here is your split, where you can split the keyboard. Auto Harmonize is very interesting because that gives you a full chord in the right hand by playing one finger. Now that is cheating and not learning the lessons, but for you guys that are doing it for fun or learning the keyboard method, pretty cool. And over here is your audio recorder. So along with all these great features, you have your standard recorder on the left side and your audio recorder on the right. Now the standard recorder will allow you, to hook your computer or smart device up, and when you record in that mode, it records as a MIDI file, so you can actually go in and edit tracks and notes and do all kinds of cool stuff. Or you can just hit record audio and play, and it's going to record for you. So that is the PX-780. So as you can see, the PX-780 is not only a great digital piano, but it's a great digital piano ensemble with all the features of a keyboard. It really is amazing, and it's more important than you might think. We want the kids practicing their lesson, their piano lesson, but let's hope they're on this playing for hours, just having fun with all the automatic things and the rhythm tracks and all that too. When you make music fun, it's more fun. They still have to practice their 20 minutes a day, but by the same token, let's hope they're on it playing, because learning how to play music and read music, reading music isn't that difficult. It's the timing and coordination skills, so everything that they're doing counts. And us with the PX-780, we give you the wonderful Casio bench that comes with it. It's a nice matching bench. You get the Finale Songwriter software, and you get an actual piano light. So these are extra bundled items that we give to you when you order through Keyboard America. I hope you enjoyed this on the PX-780.